Well, we're at the new tacking area. They readily walked in here. Alpha and Beta did. Alpha has his halter on. Now you'll get to watch Beta allowing his halter to be on. Uh-oh, a little bit of resistance, but you see we're enclosed here so they can't get away. Then if you hold on to his neck, he's pretty responsive. He's resisting a little bit. Maybe because this is a new tacking area, although he's been in it about 2 or 3 times now. And we're going to do something different today. We're going to walk over to a nearby area that we are going to be using for an arena nearby here, so that we can ground drive, practice roping with a kid's rope. We've done all of that with our other tacking area and our other training area near it. We want to do it now in this area. So I'm going to carefully walk over, and even though the fencing isn't up yet, Tavis is going to walk them around that flat area as if there were fencing there. And I have my kids' rope, which is very lightweight, not the least bit threatening, that we've used before to rope them, so that if we want to rope them for some practical reason, they won't be scared. And there's one of the goats. I've been watching some YouTube videos about training goats, and hopefully this spring we'll start training them similar to what we've done with the alpacas. Okay, now he's trying, yeah, they like to get through the fences and the gates, and pretty much they can because they're small. Okay, this is going to be our training area that's close by our tacking area. We're going to have some portable panels here going where the Blackie is now standing, and here comes Brownie. We're going to go from this post to that railroad tie just to the right of the sprinkler riser. They're walking around readily. They don't seem to be resisting at all. The goats came out to join them. If we have to, we'll actually bring in some sand here too, with some base rock under it. But it doesn't get real muddy here, and it doesn't rain a whole lot in Nevada County near the Lake of the Pines, so I think maybe we won't have to do that, but we'll see. We'll see how much we use this new arena as we built it, and make sure the footing is proper. And there'll be panels that we can open as gates, so we can leave it open and still have it be a grazing area. What I'd like you to do, Tavis, is just take this rope and hang it around, let them feel it. If I had a camera operator, I'd actually swing it. But let's just see what they say. Yeah, you see how he doesn't even want that on his head. Okay. But Tavis, I hope you saw that. Tavis can pull the lead line out from it and pull slack not real tight, just so that they know it's there, and walk around again. And we'll do the same thing with Beta. You know, this is all new to them. They have done it before, but it was months ago. And give and take a little bit with the slack. That's right. So they don't get scared if they feel something tight around their neck. And here is Brownie and Blackie entering our equipment shelters. That's okay. As the spring proceeds and summer approaches, when we can get some extra helpers during our filming sessions, we'll be going out on the rancho's trails. We have done so half a dozen times, and we're getting better and better replies and responses from Alpha and Beta each time we go out. But you see, they see unusual things each time. Last time we went out, there was a riding mower, and that scared them. And we helped them become familiar and not scared. And there are going to be a lot of things out on the trails that they haven't seen before. And we're going to try to make it so that they focus on us and trust us and don't get scared. Well, is that possible with alpacas because they're prey animals? We'll see and you'll see if you keep watching. Okay, so now do the same thing on Beta. Oh, as you take it off, he's concerned, you see, because he doesn't know what he's feeling. His ears are getting in the way. There we go. See if you can do it, and still hold on to Alpha. See if you can do it with Beta. If we need to, we'll take Alpha's halter off. But then he may go somewhere, and that might disturb Beta. The goats are here in our tractor parking area. Good, good. Now good, and you can drop the lead line so you're not changing pressure on the halter, if possible. Walk around, give and take a little bit so he feels that kid's rope loop around his neck. He's ducking his head. I'm sure that's because he feels it. He's not sure what he's feeling. When he saw and heard the riding mower on his last trip out on the rancho's trails, he did a lot of head ducking. But Alpha didn't. He wasn't concerned. But Beta has always been a little bit more concerned for his safety than Alpha has been during our training. Now, we're going to put up the portable panel fencing here. We're going to flail mow. We're going to see the ground to make sure there's not a lot of potholes, which is hard to see now because the grass is so high. We'll fill the potholes. We'll flatten them as needed. And this fence line, there'll be some portable panels up to the well house, and then from the well house all the way to the nearest railroad tie. We've already got finish line fencing on the other two sides, but there'll be portable panels here coming up to this riser, or this support for the Kubota tractor. And these will be 6-foot panels easily opened as gates. Uh-oh, they're spitting at each other. Never have they spit at me yet. And I'm going to ask Tavis. Have they ever spit at him? They just spit at each other sometimes. I'm planning a vet clinic at my nearby commercial property for small animals. And I was watching some videos about that, and there was a very nice double sink in one of the videos. And there I have a double sink stored away for use in the future at my Shadrach Veterinary Clinic for small pets. Just to review, for those who maybe haven't seen my prior shows, I already have a sanctuary for large farm animals at my nearby 20-acre ranch. And my veterinary clinic at my commercial property will have a vet that can be consulting for any issues there with the large farm animals. And we will have emergency services, and we will have x-ray and ultrasound equipment for diagnosis. Good. If we can keep walking, let's see if he stops ducking his neck. See, body language can tell you a lot. I trained Morgan horses and mini cows for decades in Santa Cruz, my prior ranch area. And I learned a lot by watching their body language. Now he's still ducking. Alpha didn't do that. He's a different personality. Okay, we're going by my well tank. Eventually there'll be a fence there, so we won't be going on that side of the well tank. Now, if we do bring in some more alpacas or sheep or cows, and we want to come here to train for whatever reason, we will be putting them into my horse trailer and bringing them here. And then they can live here while we're training. This is a 6-acre ranch, plenty of space, and we can keep the back pasture available to the alpacas and the goats that are used to living there. And we can close panel gates, etc., and let them out during the day like they're used to being out for the big pasture grazing. Okay, now he's going into his water tub. Let's see, he's putting his left foot in. I wonder if he's gonna try to put his right foot in. We'll leave it up to him. And he's drinking. We're gonna cut down this grass here pretty soon and move that tub a little bit closer to the tacking area, but it will still be available here in the training area. Good. Remember, we're dealing with an alpaca brain, not a horse brain, not a cow brain, not a dog brain. And we have to kind of understand how they react to these cognitive things. And then make sure when we train that we're aware of their thoughts. Now, is he really that thirsty or what? Maybe he's just trying to keep you from doing any more training today. Now, is he going to duck his head? Yes, he's ducking his head, you know, and I will consult ChatGPT and Google to see what that head ducking is supposed to be saying to us. For me, I'm interpreting it as, I'm not quite comfortable. Let's see if I can get away from what's causing me discomfort, which is perhaps the fact that he can feel the pressure of the kids' rope on his neck. Okay, he's not ducking right now. Is he getting better? Last show, and the show before that, we showed you how Alpha and Beta, at our request, without resistance, laid down in the new tacking area. And we taught them how to lay down at our request. And there are many urban alpaca girl shows on YouTube showing you how we taught them to do it. Okay, now we're taking the rope off. He's not. Oh, he did just now duck his head. Okay, because he felt the pressure of us taking the rope off. We'll see as we repeat this kind of session if the ducking of the head goes away. And if it doesn't, I will consult YouTube and ChatGPT and Google to find out how to interpret it. Now we're going back to our new tacking area, which is there. The old tacking area is way over there. We decided to have two tacking areas, one that was linked more conveniently with the big pasture and the well pasture. Now Blackie is trying to get through this fence. Can he do it? No, he's stuck. How did he come in? I'm going to give him a way out here. We're just untacking Alpha and Beta there. See, this is one of those 6-foot panels that's serving as a gate. I'm going to open it. Oh, no. No, not necessary. Blackie figured it out. He was able to step through the panel. So I'll put this chain back on after I turn off the camera, but from a distance I'm going to show you that Tavis is asking Beta to lay down, and he readily did it. And he's getting a nice pet on his neck for doing it. Then he'll get the halter off. See if Alpha will lay down. I'm pretty sure he will. And we're not letting him out of the tacking area yet. Not until we're done. And Alpha's behind Beta, so it's hard from this distance to see it, but he just did lay down. So he'll be getting his halter off. The goats are there watching. One of these days we'll be asking the goats to lay down too. That's all for today. Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Alpaca Girl. SoniaSokolow@gmail.com. And please subscribe to the Urban Alpaca Girl Show on YouTube. We're opening one more gate, and then it's up to Alpha and Beta to exit the training area, even though the goats are standing there. And there they go. Beta chose to go to the big pasture, so they'll have hours of fun and relaxation out in the big pasture until about 3 or 4 o'clock they come back to their back pasture and their shelters. At which time I close the gate so they don't come out in the big pasture at night. It worries me because I don't have cameras there and lights, and I'm worried about neighborhood dogs and wildlife. Goodbye for now.